Hey, Buddy Manning here. Welcome to the Garden Report Practice Edition. Last full week of training camp getting kicked off here yesterday, and today Celtics back on the floor for the second of four practices this week that are going to dictate who makes this team. I'm hearing that the Celtics will probably enter the season with 15 players on the roster. 2 spots open right now among a rotation of tryout players who have played big minutes in Noah Vonleh's case. We've seen Mfiondu Kabengele get out there, J.D. Davison in a few spots. But Kabengele, Noah Vonleh, those have been the 2 guys who have played significant minutes here among the tryout players. Little Jake Layman, little Luka Samanic in spots, though they've been on the lesser end of those tryouts guys. And then Brodric Thomas as well in the mix. Justin Jackson has gotten significant playing time, though shot making for him in this preseason is a challenge right now. So who's going to make this roster? Vonleh, hard to imagine him not on there. The screening, the rebounding, especially on a team that really needs it, and the center depth on a team that's missing Robert Williams is slowly working back Luke Kornet, as we talked about in our last video. Those are all things that bode well, I think, for Vonleh landing here, though. He's taking it day by day, he said yesterday, not necessarily looking at his hometown of Boston. I believe he's from Haverhill, as the final destination in his career, though he's been all over to China last season, multiple NBA teams, New York, Portland, at this point in his NBA career. He's showing out. He's feeling good. In fact, he was nailing 3-pointers in practice yesterday. I think we're all pretty impressed by Noah Vonleh and that pickup here for the end of the roster, even if he doesn't factor into the rotation to start the year. Good guy to have in the mix, good guy to have in practice, I think. And then Jackson, is he that final guy? Do they go outside for that final guy? I know Jackson had some other opportunities here, chose to come to the Celtics in training camp and compete for a spot here. Great summer league. Was with them last year through that COVID period. Short time, but an excellent G League season last year. He might be worth keeping around. Nice chase down block last game. I know the shooting's been a struggle. But they, in terms of minute allocation, seem to be impressed by him. And the only other guy you would look at in the mix there is Brodric Thomas, who does have some ball handling capabilities, some wing size, though he's had multiple NBA opportunities and only played limited minutes in those spots with Cleveland and Boston, along with limited productivity in those positions. 2-way guy on this roster last year, so they're familiar with him. I wouldn't rule him out, though Jackson I think would be a stronger bet internally. So that probably leaves Jake Layman on the outside. I'd imagine we just haven't seen enough of him to make me think that he's that guy. Luka Samanic was intriguing, was here before he signed with the team, and just hasn't gotten the opportunity yet this preseason, though of course there is one more opportunity for all of these guys against the Raptors on Friday up in Montreal. We'll of course have coverage of that post-game, leading up to it, at practice all week here. Only other note, and this will be coming on CLNS Media, is how dynamic this offense looks so far in camp. I'm going to take a look at some of the screening actions, the importance of that screening and interchangeability that the Celtics are playing with offensively right now. Why it might not be a bad idea to just play a little bit more small, with pace, with multiple ball handlers, multiple screening options, and versatility out there, along with great spacing. That small ball lineup so far in camp seems like the way to go stylistically for this group, even if they had great success with the bigger ones last week. We talked a little bit about that in our last video at Celtics All Access, of course brought to you by com.com/garden gets you 40% off a premium subscription, and Athletic Greens, athleticgreens.com/garden gets you 5 free travel packs of their great powder, vitamins, minerals, adaptogens, probiotics, and more, as well as a year's supply of immune-boosting vitamin D when you go over there, athleticgreens.com/garden. From our back center here in Boston, it's been a Garden Report Practice Edition. We'll be back here tomorrow on Celtics All Access and CLNS Media.